And then this is just bad transition defense right here. I mean, in transition, you have to communicate. Like, look at right here. You got a player right here. Someone's got to identify, take this guy, take this, like this player should say, have this player step up, or this player should say, I got him, or I got him, or I got him, okay, and sort it out. Maybe this player takes the ball, this player takes him, and this player takes him. But transition defense is all about communicating. It's all about communicating. You're going to get cross-matched in transition all the time. But you got to communicate. So I've got this guy. I've got that guy. I've got the ball. Okay, but when there's no communicating, look what happens. No one ends up taking him, and it leads to a layup. Okay, so they're hedging with this big every time, right? This big is hedging every time, all right? So right here, look at this. Spencer don't slip the screen. Stay firm, okay? Set the screen, let this guard come off it, and force this big to hedge. Now we can get Spencer rolling. And again, this can either be a short roll to a cutter here, because I'm assuming this is where the backside help's coming from, or it's a short roll to a wide open three right there, okay? Or what happens? We can go lift, right? And then Spencer will be able to, once this big recovers, okay, what do? Right down low for an easy two off the lift, right? We can get a seal off of that on this big's recovery. But Spencer slips this screen. So now look, now this big never has to come out and hedge, right? He can just stay one-on-one, okay? And now we're just into one-on-one offense, and you end up dribbling around and not getting anything. Oh my God, this empty side ball screen's perfect, but what is this player doing right here? Why is this player cutting to the strong side of the floor? Stay to the weak side of the floor. Look at how open this roll's wide open. But because this player's cutting to the strong side of the floor for no reason, look what happens. And it's a beautiful pass, but this player's cut to the strong side of the floor, and now he just brought in a backside defender with him. Look, if he just stays to the weak side of the floor, his man's to the weak side of the floor, and now this should just be a layup. But he cuts to the strong side of the floor, bringing backside help with him, and you end up not getting anything out of that. So this is more bad transition defense right here. And when you're in transition defense, you have to get back to a body, not to a spot. Watch what I'm talking about right here. Look at this player. This player is getting back to a spot, not a body. Okay? So the problem is that, I mean, there's no communication. We got two players here and two Graceland players here guarding one player for the other team here. Like, there's got to be communication. Like, you've got to identify. This player's got to say, I got this player. I got this player trailing right here. Okay? But you never get back to a spot. You get back to a body. So this player's got the ball. So I got to go find a body, which is out here. But again, we got just guys standing in no man's land, getting back to a spot and not a body. So what do you think's going to happen? It's going to lead to a dunk. So this is a high ball screen that you get a catch and shoot three on. But look at how open this is if you can just turn this into a short roll, right? Just an easy little short roll right here to the big. Now all the big does is catch. As soon as this big catches the ball, it's going to force this backside defender to have to step up. If he doesn't step up, well, then you can just barrel right in for two. But if we can just turn this into a short roll, it's just catch right here, okay, see the floor. Because now this player's going to have to step up, or this player's going to have to step up. And now either it's open here for a catch and shoot three, or it's open there for a catch and shoot three. Or this player can cut, and we can get right for a layup, or this player can cut, and it's right to a layup off a short roll. But one of these backside defenders is going to have to step up, and whoever does step up, we're getting something wide open. So just turn this into a short roll. Catch, and then immediately look to the perimeter or to a cutter for something wide open. Because once you allow a short roll to happen and the backside defender has to step up, we've got numbers. Okay? So again, you still get a deep catch and shoot three, but it could have been way more open there. Look at how easy this seal is off this ball screen. You run a high ball screen, spacing isn't great, but look, high ball screen, what happens, right? They have to hedge, okay? So on this recovery, you're always going to get a post seal. At the very least, you're going to get a post seal. So right here, look, and the ball gets swung this way, which is what's supposed to happen, right? Because you want to get rid of this backside defender and push him out to the three-point line. So the ball gets swung. Look at this. This player's got to get right into this player's jersey, seal him off, and it's immediately down low for an easy 2. Okay? But this player doesn't really seal off his man, and we don't even look down there, so it's a contested 3, and it's nothing. Can never have 2 people guarding 1 in the zone right here. Look at this. So the ball's going to get thrown to the middle here, all right? There's the ball in the middle. Why are 2? Look at this. 2 people are guarding the ball. That can never happen. That's always going to lead to openings. Okay? With this player is guarding the middle of the floor. Great. This player needs to stay out here. This player can go over here, and then this player takes this man. This player right here has got to occupy the paint because this player here had to step out to guard the middle of the floor. So now the paint's vacated unless this player here stays in the paint. Okay? This player's doing a good job staying here. Okay? Here. This player should be here. Okay? And this player's got to occupy the paint because the big that's in the paint had to come out to guard the middle of the zone. But look what happens. He's gonna fall asleep. Okay? This player's just going to go right over, just a little bit over. He's going to fall asleep, and it leads to a layup. This is beautiful, and this is why an empty side ball screen is such a great look. Look at this. There's nobody on the strong side corner to be in the gaps defensively. So the defense right here is going to hedge this horribly. I don't know what they're doing because this guard cannot be allowed to turn the corner. Okay? Now, if he was allowed to turn the corner with a player in the strong side corner, it wouldn't matter because he'd be able to be in the gap and there'd be no place to go. But watch this guard. He's able to just attack and come and turn the corner, which is what you're never supposed to do when you're hedging. I don't even know what ball screen defense it is, but with the spacing the way it is, look how he's able to turn the corner with nobody in the gap to help him, and it's just going to lead right to a layup because obviously, look, you really put these this backside defender can't really step up. I mean, he should, but then that's just going to be a wide open catch and shoot 3. So again, the spacing, the guard turns the corner, there's no one there, and it's just going to lead to wide open opportunities. So you got a horns look here. It's on empty side, but again, this guard's picking up his dribble too early or pulling back his dribble too early. See, this ball screen gets set. Why are you pulling your dribble back now? Like, you have space. They're hedging here. It's a soft hedge, but attack. 2, 3 dribbles. Keep this big at the ball. Once you pull your dribble back, look, now he's easily able to recover back onto this big. So again, let's back it up. Coming off of this horns look, coming off this ball screen, go hard off this big's hip. 2, 3 dribbles. Keep him out towards the ball because now this roll's going to be open. Okay? Right? Now the roll's open. Okay? See, if this big is still out here, this roll is wide open. All right? And then it can either be a short roll right here to a catch and shoot 3, okay, or a short roll to my favorite thing, because remember the backside help's going to have to step up to a cutting layup for 2. But the guard screws up here because coming off of this ball screen, he pulls his dribble back. So now this big is able to recover back on to that big. So again, ball screen gets set. Look at this. Downhill, 2, 3, 4, even 5 dribbles. Just keep this big towards the ball. He can't leave until you pull your dribble back, and now this roll is going to be open, and now we create all sorts of opportunities with openings and a numbers advantage. But he pulls his dribble back, you allow the big to recover too easily, and you're right back into one-on-one. All right, again, zone. So who's got the middle of the zone right here? All right, it's going to be this player at the top of the zone. He's going to drop down and take the middle of the zone. Okay, fine. All right, we got right here. All right, we're guarding. Well, this player should be a little bit shaded out this way. This player's kind of shaded here, and then we're good. But this player cannot get beat. You got to stay underneath the ball. You cannot get beat. Look at this little gamble here. He's going to gamble right there, and now once he's beat, you're dead. I mean, you're giving up points. Okay? So again, we take a look at the zone. All right? You got can't have 2 people guarding 1, can't be guarding air. Okay? So right here, right now, this is the player guarding the middle of the zone. This is the player that's responsible for the top of the zone. This player is kind of guarding air. He should be shading out a little bit more this way, okay, because we got a man right there in the corner. Okay, this big's doing a good job occupying the paint, and this player's where he should be. But when this player here guarding the middle of the zone can't gamble. You've got to always be underneath the ball. You've got gap help right here. right? This player can kind of dig and recover back out, okay? But once you gamble like that and get beat, and now you're just dead. Now it's 2 points. This looks like a 3-2 zone here. When a ball screen gets set, you got to do something. I mean, look, ball screen's getting set right now. Already we have a problem because this player here is guarding air. That's never a good sign. Like if you want to hedge, okay, get up and hedge like normally. Okay, hedge. You got a little backside help here for an easy tag and recover. Okay, or this guard can slide over a little bit and just kind of get in the gap a little bit, kind of dig and dig and recover. Okay, but look at, I mean, there's a ball screen being set. You got to defend the ball screen, right? I mean, you got to do something. And again, this player guarding air is a bad sign because when you're guarding nobody, you're leaving somebody. And then right here, it's you're leaving somebody, leaving this ball handler coming off this ball screen, right? When you don't defend the ball screen at all, now you allow them to get into the lane, okay? And then bad things just happen, and it leads to an easy 2. But you got to defend that ball screen. Even in a zone, you got to have a coverage for how you're guarding that ball screen in the zone. All right, beautifully spaced here, empty side ball screen. Look at this. Nobody on the strong side of the floor, but this guard is pulling his dribble back too soon. Look at this. He only takes one dribble, and then look, now this big can recover back. Now, you still almost get a layup if this big catches it, okay? But still, this guard's got to do a better job attacking. Empty side ball screen. Look at the stop. 2, 3 dribbles this way, hard off this big's hip. Keep this big towards the ball, because now look at the options I have. Now if I'm attacking this way, I can just make this simple little slip pass right here, okay? And now this is either an open jump shot, okay, but I have a 3-on-2, right? There's nothing you can do. If this player steps up here, okay, then this player's got a choice. Do I take this player? Well, this player's wide open. Do I take the big? Well, then this player's wide open, okay? But it all starts with the guard attacking more, okay? Again, look at the guard coming off this screen. It's got to be 2 to 3 solid dribbles this way off this big hip because you keep this big towards the ball and you open everything up here with this roll, okay? But when you don't give the big, see, like right here, just come off this ball screen. Just keep attacking this way because now this big has to stay with you. Now you can go here and all those opportunities, you have a numbers advantage, okay? But the guard doesn't attack hard enough coming off the screen, gives the big much more time to recover than he should, and it's a turnover. Again, bad transition defense. Remember, you cannot get back to spots. You have to get back to bodies on defense in transition defense. Look what happens here. What's going on here? Someone's got to communicate, all right? I got ball, I got ball, I got ball. So this player takes here, okay? I mean, what is going on here? You're getting back to spots. You're not getting, well, this player gets back to a body, but this player's just getting back to a spot. You got to take the ball in transition defense. It doesn't matter if you're in a zone or if you're in man-to-man and you get cross-matched in a zone or you get cross-matched in man-to-man. You've got to get back to a body, not a spot. So right here, I need to get back to a body over here, okay? Everybody else here can worry about what's going on over here. I'm getting back to a body here, not a spot. But you get back to a spot, not a body, and it just leads to an easy drive, draw help, kick out, wide open 3. So this is the problem when you run a high ball screen with a man in the strong side corner here. See, there's no place to roll because you're rolling right into the backside help. Get rid of this player in the strong side corner so that this whole strong side is emptied out for this man to roll. But if you are going to run a high ball screen with a man in the strong side corner, you can't try and hit the roll because it's going to be a turnover right into backside help. You want to lift here. It goes ball screen, then straight to the lift, and then what? When this big recovers back onto the roll, then we just hit the big on a post seal. He's got to seal off his man, but then again, it's right down low for an easy 2. But you can't make the pass to the roll off a high ball screen with a man in the strong side corner because you're just rolling right into backside help and a turnover. So now we got an empty side ball screen, and look at how well executed this is. They're in drop coverage here. So they're giving this player the lane, right? They're just giving the player the lane in drop coverage. Look what the player does. He takes advantage of the lane, and look at all the options he has. I mean, this is a wide open dunk, okay? But because he's in the lane, look, he draws backside help, okay? And this player either has the option to cut for a layup or he can stand in the corner for a wide open three-pointer. But all of that was created because you emptied out the strong side of the floor and it became an empty side ball screen. They're in drop coverage and openings galore. All right, so let's look at this ball screen right here. So the other team hedges like this, kind of a soft hedge. I mean, this is a makeable pass, a little lob pass over for a layup. The backside help is certainly late. What we also have here is that you can throw this ball into the corner, and now you can get a seal right here on that backside defender, okay, and it'd just be right from the corner down low on a post seal to a very easy 2 points. Okay, but you don't take advantage of that opportunity you have, and you got to reset everything. And look, this is beautiful. It's on an empty side ball screen, but there's no backside help. Look at this guard. See, this guard could have done a little bit better. Look, if this guard just keeps going this way, it's just going to force this big to have to stay out longer. But look, they hedge, and there's no backside help. When there's no backside help when they hedge, this happens. Beautiful pocket pass through into an easy dunk. Perfectly executed. Okay, again in the zone. So this player right here is doing a pretty good job of being in the gap. But you got to understand, once the dribble's picked up, it's over. You got to fly out to the three-point line. Look at this right now. All right, dribbles picked up here. Okay, so look how long this player is going to stand. He's still standing. He's still standing. He's still standing. He's actually now starting to go inward for reasons that I don't know. Okay, he's still standing. He's still standing. Now he starts to retreat. The ball's already there. Like right now, ball's in the middle. You're in the gap. He puts the ball on the floor. Boom. Dribbles picked up right now. Okay, now I'm starting to get back out to the three-point line. Like I don't need to be in the gaps anymore. The dribble's picked up. Okay? But look at this. Standing, not moving, not getting out to the three-point line. So now you're just going to get beat with a rip-and-go drive, and now this big has to step up. And what does that lead to? That leads to no one being able to box out over here. So when the big goes to contest, they miss. It doesn't matter because it's an easy offensive rebound. All right, this big here's got to hold this screen longer. Look at this right here. Stay firm. Let this ball handler come off the screen. Do not slip it early, okay? Let this ball handler come off the screen so that this player actually gets screened and you force this big to have to stay out. Again, now we can turn this into a short roll, right? So we go right to the foul line, catch. That's going to force backside help either here where this is wide open or here where this is wide open, okay? Or you can catch right here, take a short little mid-range jumper. You got a lot of options. But watch this big. Why is he's leaving this screen so early? This guard's able to easily fight over the top, and this big doesn't have to come out and hedge. You can easily recover. So come back out. First of all, there's too much distance also. There cannot be this much distance between the ball handler and the screener. You got to come shoulder to shoulder off the screener as the ball handler, okay? Force this player to get screened. Let's get this big out and having to hedge, and that's going to open up this roll. Then again, short roll, right? Then backside help here, so that's wide open, or backside help here, so that's wide open. We have options galore. But the big doesn't hold on to doesn't screen. Look, the big leaves too early, and there's too much space when this screen is getting set, so it's easy to fight over the top. So the big leaves too early, making it easier to fight over the top, and all this space makes it easier to fight over the top, so we don't force this big out having to hedge, okay? And now it's just right back into one-on-one mode. Okay, empty side ball screen. So first of all, like right here, I want this screen needs to get better set. All right, again, there can't be this much space between the screener and the ball handler. We've seen them be in drop coverage. So if I can get them in drop coverage and engage this big, this is going to be wide open. So you don't execute the first screen right, but now you run in a twist screen beautifully. Now they switch this twist screen. Look at this. We got a guard on a big. There's probably 9 inches of a size mismatch there. Like right now, catch, okay, and just get right into a post-up. I mean right into a post-up. And this player that's got the ball now can't do anything other than identify that mismatch down low, and it is an easy easy two. Okay, and you can see the other team doesn't want this because they're waiting to switch out of this the minute they can. And look what happens. Now you, because this player is doing this aimless dribbling, now you let this big back to be able to guard the big for Graceland, okay? And now you lose that total mismatch. Oh no, don't pull your dribble back. Look at this empty side ball screen, perfect. All right, they're in drop coverage with this big. This guard coming off this has got to engage this big. Step up. Force this big depth to commit to the ball, and this is going to be wide open, okay? Or you take this backside defender with you, and this dunker spot is just wide open. Or if you occupy this defender, then this is just a wide open catch and shoot three. But it looks like right here, if you step up here, forcing this big depth to come towards the ball, you open up this roll, and we should just get something with this big right here if we can make a pocket pass and get him the ball there. Okay, but look when you pull your dribble back. You pull your dribble back, so now this big can retreat, we lose all of those opportunities, and you got to reset the offense. Oh boy, look how open this empty side ball screen is. So first of all, if I'm this guard, I'm taking another dribble this way. The more dribbles I take, the longer this big has to come out here, and the more this roll is going to be open up. But we can still make this pass. Ball gets swung here. Look at this. Just arms up. Yell for the ball. All you got to do is throw this ball over the top, right? And you're wide open. But again, I would have taken another dribble if I'm the guard. Look at this. One dribble. No. 2, 3 dribbles this way. That big's going to have to stay with you then that way. And it's just going to open up this roll even more. But even still, with the guard really not dragging that big enough, this is still open. Look at this. Right here. Okay, wide open. Make this pass over the top. Or the big, when you see this player coming through, seal him off, and we can throw it down low to you for an easy two. But none of that stuff happens, and we totally lose that opportunity. All right, 2-3 zone here. You can't guard air in a zone. Like right here, the ball's going to get thrown to the middle. All right, ball's in the middle, and you're fine, right? Big's got the player in the middle there, okay? So this player needs to stay to the corner here, all right? This is all patched up. We're good. But look what happens here. Let's zoom in, all right? Watch this player right here. He's going to go towards the ball as opposed to staying to the corner, okay? Look what happens. See where's he going? Why is he guarding the ball? Why do we have two people guarding the ball? When you have two people guarding one person, what do you think's going to happen? This part of the zone is going to be wide open. And just an easy kick out to a catch and shoot three. Another ball screen set. Okay, it's not much of a ball screen. I wish he had been set a little bit longer and actually set this screen, but it's enough because, again, the other team's in drop coverage. Look what happens here. Just that little screen allows you to get into the lane. And what does that do? Forces backside help right here. And this player does exactly what you're supposed to do. Look at this cut beautifully. This is his man. He's up in backside help. He's not standing at the three-point line. He's just cutting right into this wide open space, which is created by that little screen to give the guard the angle to get into the lane. Backside help steps up. Textbook, right to a wide open layup off a great cut. On this trap, you got to rotate. All right, look at this. Here comes the trap right now. So this player here has got to rotate up, right? You got to take out one pass away. One pass away, one pass away right here. Neither of those two passes can get made. This player up here can kind of get up the line a little bit, okay? And you can't see there's a player for the other team in the corner, but right here, right, this player can occupy both of these players. And if a skip pass does try to get made, this should be an easy intercept and we're off to the races. But look at this. There's no rotation. You allow this pass to get made. There's no rotation, so this pass is allowed to get made. And as soon as you pass out of a trap, you're in trouble. You're in scramble mode. And you can see right here, it just leads to openings everywhere, and it leads to a two-shot foul. Can't gamble defending in transition. Look at this right here. So you're guarding the ball. Don't gamble. Look at this. Look at this. This player is going to gamble here a little bit. It just takes a little bit. All right, look at that little bit of gambling right there. Now you're beat. Okay, just stay with them one-on-one. Okay, just slide with them one-on-one. But do not gamble, because if you gamble and get beat, we're in trouble. So just slide. But you're gambling right there, and now you're beat. And now look, now what happens? Now this big's got to step up to take this player's man who just got beat, right? He's got to step up. So what does that mean? Now there's nobody to block out this player down low, and it leads to an easy putback. But that all happened because, again, this guard just wasn't sliding his feet. Slide your feet. Keep the ball in front of you, but you gamble right there, and you're beat. Now that big has to step up, and so now the big for the other team has inside positioning, and it's just an easy putback as the halftime clock goes to 0. You got a ball screen with a man in the strong side corner. First of all, look at how open this roll is. I mean, look at all the things. First of all, if this player here just gets to the weak side of the floor, right, this roll's wide open. Okay? The other option you have is that this player can just turn right here at the elbow, short roll, right? Now right here, you step up and you draw attention to yourself. This player steps up here, this is wide open, right? This player steps up here, either catch and shoot 3 in the corner or cut, dunk. Okay, so you have that opportunity. Now, the other thing that happened, so he ends up setting a down screen here. But look what we have. On the recovery, look at this recovery. Just seal right into his jersey. There's no backside help. Look at the backside defenders. There's no backside help whatsoever. So all this big has to do here is right now, look at this. Get into his jersey and seal him off with a wide base. And now we just easily throw it down low to you, and it's an easy 2. But we lose all those opportunities because none of those happen, and you got to reset. So again, we got another great post dig here. Look at this right here. Ball's in the post. Okay, look at that. Look at how we're going to dig right here. Great job digging. But again, look at this. Dribble's picked up. Okay, so get back out to your man. This player here, certainly get out back to your man because you're just in total no man's land. This dribble, look at this. His dribble's picked up off the post dig. Right? So now you got to fly out to the 3-point line. You've done your job. But look what happens here. I mean, what is this player? The ball's right here in the post. Why is this player standing in no man's land? Get closer to the 3-point line. You're not doing anything there. You're actually doubling the post here. But again, there's nothing to do standing in just inside the free throw line extended area. I mean, I don't know why this player is doubling. He should probably have just retreated right after he had a post dig. But this player, get back out to the 3-point line. What are you standing there for? Because now look, now you're going to end up giving up an open catch and shoot 3. Okay, so this is a terrible shot right here. I mean, you can see you're going to get ready to set a ball screen. You just jack a long contested 3. So again, we can see what's happening here. They want to be in drop coverage, right? So come off this screen. Come off this screen, and again, 2-3 solid dribbles engage this big. Keep this big having to stay towards the ball, and you open up your roll. Now, again, this isn't an empty side screen because we got a man in the strong side corner. But what does that do on this roll? It's going to force this defender here to have to decide, do I step up and backside help and open up this lift so I can go here for a catch and shoot 3? Okay, or do I stay home? And now this roll is wide open. Okay, or we can obviously turn it into, as we know, we can turn it into a short roll, or we can force backside help here, right to there. Okay, we can force backside help here, right to there, or on a cut, right to there. But you got to come off this screen. You got to engage this big. You got to create those opportunities. I mean, just jacking a 40-foot 3 is no good. Couple things here. So you got a double high ball screen. Look at this right here. First of all, the guard right here has got to, again, attack. Get downhill. Engage this big. Force this big to have to step up towards the ball. There's too much space here between the ball handler and the screener. There should never be that much space because it just makes it easier for that defender to fight over the top. But this guard, again, 2 solid dribbles. Force this big to have to step up. Engage this big. Keep him out on the perimeter. Okay? And then again, this just turns into a short roll. See, now you can just turn, stop. We can hit you right here. All right? It looks like you'd be able to easily power through there. Or you just force this backside defender to step up, and we go right down here for an easy 2. So we don't get that. It's the same play. It's another down screen coming. But again, look what we have here. So we got the seal opportunity. Look at this. We got a perfect seal opportunity. We got to go high-low, right? You want to swing the ball now. This is not the angle to get the ball down low. You want to swing it to the top of the key. Because now look, now he's got the seal this way. Okay, the backside defenders have to stay home, and it's right down low for an easy 2. You always can get a post seal on a recovery from drop coverage or hedging or whatever the other team's ball screen defense is. But again, you don't take advantage of any of that, and now you got to reset everything. All right, so first I want to just identify this player in the corner here because he's going to leave your picture here in a moment. But again, look, this is really not really a well-run, executed ball screen at all. But look what I mean. This is too much space again. But look at this. This guard, even though there's too much space, he still has to kind of cheat to get over the top of this screen, and that puts him out of position to guard one-on-one. Watch this. I'm sorry, it's right here. Look at this. See how just this little nudge, just the. I mean, again, the too much space, but just the simple fact of having to step up and over the top is still awkward to defend one-on-one. So now look, now this guard. See, look at the angle. Now this guard has the angle, and again, the guard attacks hard. Okay, the drop coverage is terrible. They're literally not defending this ball screen at all. But the guard's in attack mode. Just like we talk about in drop coverage, if the big's there, you want to attack and engage the big. Well, if the big's not going to be there and they're giving you the lane, take it. And look at all the opportunities we have right here. Okay, kick out here for a wide open three. Again, I talked about earlier, there's a man here for a wide open three. Or what would be my favorite thing is that we could have, once this player steps up and backs it out, boom, we got a cutter going here, and it's to a wide open layup. Now this guard ends up taking a really bad layup right there, contested, and it's a turnover, but you can see all the opportunities you get based off of the ball screen that was set, the angle the guard got when the player had to cheat and fight over the top. You just create help. And now we have numbers and everything else becomes open. Again, in this 2-3 zone, you can sense trouble. You can sense trouble right now. Why can I sense trouble? Because you sent two people are guarding one. See? Boom, boom. Why is this player stay in the middle here? Okay, we got a player standing wide open on the wing. Okay? So if this player can stay in the middle at the top of the zone, and this player can come over here, okay, now we're fine. But you can never, when you have two people guarding one, that means you have zero people guarding another. So let's look how this plays out. They throw the ball to the middle. So now again, this player should be out here. This player should be out, here. This player should be here, and this player should be there. All right? So this should never happen, right? Now you can have this big step up, and you can help the helper here, okay? Or yeah, I mean, that's what would happen. You'd have this big step up, and you'd want to help the helper here because you can't leave the paint unoccupied ever. But this player guarding the middle should be already standing here because look, let's back it up. See, because you have two people guarding one in the zone, that means zero people are guarding one person in the zone. So again, why is this player get over here, right? Get over here. Okay, so now we're staying matched up in the zone so that when this ball gets thrown to the middle, look, it's simple. This big just steps up, and now you kind of help the helper and occupy this paint. But this player's got to be over here, and there's absolutely, look at this. There's no one guarding the wing. They don't even throw a good pass here, but it doesn't matter because he was so wide open, it still leads to an open three. So right here, this is a great dig right here. Right? They're going to throw the ball. This player's now in the post, right? And this player's just going to the big's going to do a great job here for Graceland. Look at this. He does a nice job just digging right here. Look at that dig. But boom, okay, dribble's picked up right now. All right? Get back out to the three-point line. Do not gamble. He's still got possession of the ball. Okay? You did a great job. Dribble's picked up because you had a good post dig. But get back out to the three-point line. But look what happens here. A terrible gamble, and now look, now that ends up forcing this player have to step up here, and they just kick it right over there for a wide open catch and shoot three. So it was an initial great post dig, but just get back out to the three-point line and you're fine. You gamble though, and you give up three. All right, so another ball screen. It's kind of clumsily run, but look what happens here. Again, this guard doesn't attack at all, but this big stays out here for reasons that I don't know. Okay, so look what happens. Now, what does your roll do here? It's not empty side, but your roll attracts backside help here. See how it's going to attract backside help right there? So what is that? You force this player here to have to make a decision. Do I guard the roll man, which he does? So now this is going to be wide open. And you airball the three. I mean, that's just a shot you got to knock down. But look at the other option you have here, right? Because this big has to recover back down, the post seal is always there. Look at this. To the corner. Look at this. Right in his jersey. Seal him off. Wide base. And now we can dump it down low to you for an easy 2. But you still, I mean, you create an open 3. You just got to knock that down. But that's the power of the pick and roll. It doesn't take much, but we're kind of in no man's land here. This is a 2-3 zone defense. All right, so Big does a great job coming out from the paint. Everyone's holding their job in the zone. But the problem is this man right here is in no man's land. Let's take a look. Stop. Okay, look where he is when this is when this ball is about to get passed. You want to be in the gaps, but this is just too much. All right, let's zoom it back out. His positioning should be up the line with a wide base, seeing both. You don't want to. I mean, he's almost near the. He's like only a step. Let's zoom in. He's almost near where the. He's almost at the block right here. Like, your responsibility is this player right here. So you got to be up the line, wide base, right? You can still kind of jab and recover if you need to, but you can't be this far down in a zone right here. Because, look, it's just going to be pass right to a catch-and-shoot 3, and you're not going to get out there in time. So this is a non-empty side ball screen, but again, look what happens here. You got pretty good spin. I mean, this drop coverage is terrible. This big is supposed to be underneath the ball, and he's going towards his man. But look at what happened. Look what happened. First of all, just look what happens when the guard attacks, okay? You tack off a big's hip. You attack. If they give you the lane, take the lane. Because look what happens here, okay? This big on his roll is drawing all this backside. Look at this, backside defender here, backside defender here. So look at, I mean, again, this ends up just being a layup, but I just wanted to also show is that, look at this. So when the guard attacks hard downhill, if they're going to give you space, take it. Okay, look at this. This draws help here on this roll here. There is nobody standing at the three-point line. So if this player was to get in position right here to step up, that wouldn't matter because these guys are over here in the corner. Look at how open these players are for wide open catch and shoot threes. But you run a great ball screen, their drop coverage is horrible, and it leads to a layup. So a high ball screen, they're in drop coverage. Again, this guard is making this pass way too soon. Back it up here to when he comes off the screen. So right here, again, keep your dribble alive, get downhill. Do what? Engage this defender, right? Force him to step up towards the ball because now this roll is going to be wide open, all right? So instead of making this pass now, keep your dribble alive. They're giving you the lane. Get downhill. Force this defender to have to step up towards the ball, and now my roll's open. That's going to be an open layup. Or if their backside help wants to come all the way over here, well, then this is a wide open catch and shoot 3. But you've got to attack downhill and keep this big at the ball. It opens up this roll. And 9 times out of 10, we're just going to get a layup out of this because their backside help is late. I mean, this player here isn't doing anything in backside help, right? And this player here looks like he's getting ready to step up in backside help. Well, great. Then this is wide open right here. Okay, but you have to take 2, 3, 4 solid dribbles to engage this big. Force him to step up towards the ball, and now the big's roll's wide open, and we're getting easy looks. But instead, you make this pass early. This big never has to commit towards the ball like he should in drop coverage. And now you're just ended up dribbling it around, and it ends up being a turnover. Oh, wait a second. There's actually a second empty side ball screen right here. Okay, and we get a great switch. Guard big switch. You've got to attack this mismatch. Look at this. Look at this size mismatch you've got right here. You've got 7 inches as far as a size mismatch. So just be patient if you're the ball handler. Dribble this ball out. Make sure this big is establishing position down low, and we just attack the mismatch. There's no way that this team can guard an empty side ball screen because if they switch, now I've got a guard big switch, and my goodness, can I just pound that matchup down low, okay? But again, the guard isn't patient. He doesn't let the big establish post position down low. We want to keep this player away, right, because we don't want any backside defenders. We just want to isolate this mismatch. Again, look at that. My goodness, let's go take advantage of that. But the guard just jacks up a horrible 3 without taking advantage of the mismatch, and it's nothing. Yeah, this is a beautiful defensive series right here. Look at this right here. So you got your ball screen coming up right here. You jam and go under perfectly. Look how the big jams right there and you're under. And then look how the big stays opened up, right? His butt is to the basket, right? And so look, now he's able to not only jam and go under, but look how now he can, because he's opened up, he's in the gap, right? Just he doesn't even have to move. Just stunt, recover, right? And look at that. Look how much harder look at how that clogs that driving lane up, and it makes for a much easier contest at the rim, and you get a stop. So again, you run a ball screen, and look at now. He ends up getting called for a common foul, but look at all the opportunities we have here. First of all, I mean, can we make this pass here? Look at this. Can we just, all you got to do is just float this thing over the top, and it's two. The other thing here is we got other guys that should be ready to cut. Instead of this player, I mean, this, first of all, this is ridiculous. Why is this player standing all this way from the three-point line? That's 4 steps from the three-point line. No, 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 no. He should always, if we back it up here, okay, he should right now be standing right at the three-point line. He is standing right at the three-point line because you do not know what's going to happen. And look at, so we have the option that this is just wide open right here. All right, can we make this lob pass for a 2? I think we can, okay, because the backside defender is left. The other thing, though, is if this player is standing at the three-point line and not all the way out here, look at this. His man's going to go help like that. You should be cutting. So now we're just dropping it to you for a layup, okay? Yeah, I mean, that's what's going to happen. Or you take this defender, and this is open, but that's not going to be the case. You're just going to be you're right at the three-point line, cutting, drop off 2, okay? So we have this, and we should have had this cutter coming this way. But again, none of that ends up happening, and it's just a common foul, and you got to kind of take it side out of bounds. This is bad transition defense, all right? So this is off of a miss. First of all, right here, let's back it up. This is a clear offensive rebound for the other team. So this player should just be getting back. Don't go once you go to the ball, you're gambling. Look what happens. See how he's going towards the ball as opposed to just sprinting back? Well, now we lose you in numbers. Look at this. Now you're behind the play for no reason. All right? But the other thing I want to highlight is, look, so here's this the player right here is going to end up screwing up here. So we gamble there, but then again, you're getting back to a body, not a spot. Look at right here. This player is getting back down it's hard to see him, but you can see this player is just getting back towards the middle. No, we got a player in the corner right here, okay? So there's got to be communication. Like this player right here, who again you can't see, but he should be early on in the game right here. You know you got it's a 3-on-3, but you got to sprint to the other corner. Like right here, you got to call out early. Take this player, yell it out. So as opposed to him getting back, just going straight down the middle, he's getting back and actually getting back to where this man is. But again, he's going back to a spot, not a body. See how he's going back to just kind of the middle of the floor as opposed to having been earlier on been directed to go right to this man right here. So again, now it's just an easy rip and go drive, and it creates a 2-shot foul for the opponent. Yeah, I mean, here, this is textbook. Okay, you got to force this player into the screen right here. I mean, are you in drop coverage? Then you're fighting over the top. You got a big underneath to guard the ball. Okay, are you hedging? Then he comes out. Are you jamming and going under? Well, then you jam and go under, but you can't cheat the screen. You've got to force him into the screen. Okay, because once you start cheating the screen and anticipating it early, this happens. Look at this. Look at that flinch. Okay, see how he's anticipating the screen and not forcing him into the screen? He's trying to cheat the screen. Now it's just going to lead to a ball screen refusal. You've got to force him into the screen and let your ball screen defensive scheme do its work. But look at this. You start to cheat the screen, so now it becomes a ball screen refusal, and it's a 2-shot foul. Again, on this 2-3 zones, the ball is going to get thrown to the middle. Now, the big in the paint does a nice job of getting out, right? This is his responsibility now. And this player here, all we want this player here to do is just kind of stunt, recover. Okay, like right now, look at this. He's in kind of good position. Look at that. Stunt, nice job. Dribbles picked up. Okay, you should just be jabbing and getting right back out. Right? Look at this. Dribbles picked up. Now you're doubling. Why are you doubling? There's no need to be doubling here. Right? Back it up right here. So ball's in the middle. Like right now, bang. Just jab. Dribble, get picked up, you'll help out this big. Stunt, recover. But once the dribble's picked up, you're gone. Instead, you're going to double the post here, and now it just causes all sorts of problems because the ball gets swung there, you're in scramble mode, and it leads to a wide open three. But that all happened because that player didn't stunt and recover. He went to actually double the post when he didn't have to. Oh, goodness, this is textbook right here. Look at this empty side ball screen right here. Beautiful spacing. All right, but look, so here you go. They hedge. Look at the guard. The guard does a really nice job of attacking hard. Now, this pass has to get made, okay? Either has to get made here, which looks very doable, because what does that do? Now we can set up a short roll, right? Just catch, draw this backside defender, and this is going to be wide open. And you know what? If it's not wide open, it's going to take that defender, and this is going to be wide open, okay? Or you can just quick swing here, and now we just catch, stop, and again, this is wide open, or takes this defender, and this is wide open right here at the three-point line. But the pass has to get made. And then again, look at this. Look at another thing right here. This player can just stay out of the way. You also have what? Post seal. Get right into his jersey wide body, and we could dump it down low. So many advantages are created. The best of which I think are the short rolls that are created out of that. But again, you just don't take advantage, and it's right back into one-on-one, and you end up not getting anything. Again, this is bad in this 2-3 zone. You know trouble's happening when you see this on film. Look at this. 2 people guarding 1. By the way, this isn't even the right person that should be guarding the ball right here. This has got to be, again, the big from the paint comes out. This player stays out towards the corner. This player certainly should be here, okay? And now you're good. Like, let's back it up here. Why is, like, this big in the zone is doing fine, but again, once this ball gets swung to the middle, big comes out here, you go out there, you're there, and you're good. But again, as soon as you see this on film, you know bad things are happening. 2 people guarding 1, because now 0 people are guarding another. And now the other bad thing so it's a wide open catch and shoot 3, but the other problem is that this player here has got to make sure he's on this player's inside hip. I mean, you cannot allow him to get on your inside hip, right? This player stays over here, okay, but this is your responsibility. You got to get on his inside hip, because look what happens. This wide open catch and shoot 3 doesn't go, but look at this. You're not on his inside hip, so this player's now boxing you out, and it's just going to lead to an easy little putback here for the opposing team. So right here, you got a great opportunity to throw it down low. Look, the big is fronting the post right here, but you got to understand this is not the angle, right? You got to lose this backside help right here. And the way to do that is this should be a skip pass. Try and skip this ball all the way through, okay? Or go boom, boom, skip, and now we can wrap seal here. But really, the main look should be this skip pass, because that's going to get rid of this backside help, and now this big can immediately turn, seal, right into an easy 2, because that's not going to there's going to be no backside help then whatsoever there. So this is not the angle to get the ball down low in the post when they're fronting the post. It's got to be over here, because that loses the backside help, and then boom, we get an easy 2. But again, you're trying to make this entry pass with no angle, and it leads to a turnover. Interesting defensive possession here. Look at this. Everything's good to start. Look at this. Look at how we're look at how we're in the gap. We're in the gap here. We're in the gap here. There's nowhere this player has to go, right? So you do a great job. You stunt, recover, get the dribble picked up. Okay, everything's good. But now this dribble handoff gets screwed up. Like, why? There's no need to switch this, right? I mean, all you got to do is, again, just give this player space to go. Give this player space to go under, and you go through. But if you do want to switch this, it's got to be communicated. And I'm going to zoom in. It looks like this player is communicating right now to switch. So if you're switching this dribble handoff and you hear switch, you have to switch. You cannot try and go towards the ball, because look what happens. We got 2 players going towards the ball off this dribble handoff, okay? And now that leaves nobody to guard the man in the corner here, so that allows for an easy rip and go drive. But really, the big mistake here is this can never happen. Look at this. Look at this defender here. Look how he's got his back to the ball. We'll zoom out. All right? I want to get it less blurry. There you go. Look at this. This can never happen where his back's to the ball. His butt's got to be towards the baseline. He's got to be he's got to be another half step back, right? Because now look what can happen here. Now right here, if he's where he's supposed to be, which is butt to the baseline, butt to the basket, right? He can just kind of dig, recover. Very, very simple. But this player has with his back to the ball like this player has no idea that he's got a gap assignment, okay? And, you end up giving up an easy 2 because of it. And then again, bad defense in the gap here. This is the shell drill in a game. Ball's at the top of the key. This player's got, first of all, he's not completely opened up. His butt should be to the basket, okay? And he's over here more, right? So when this player comes this way, like look at this. Look how far over, he's hugging too much. Right here, he should be another half step. This is just the shell drill. This is the textbook shell drill in a live game. So you can just jab. You don't have to move. It's just jab, dribble picked up, recover back out. But you're not in the gap. You're not positioned well at all in the gap. Okay? So now this player is able to get through there, keeping his dribble alive, which should never, ever, ever happen. And now you force this big to have to foul, and that's a foul. Yes, this is bad transition defense again here. Remember, you're getting back to bodies, not spots. When you get back to spots, you leave open bodies. So look right here. Ball's up here. Someone say, take the ball. I got ball, I got ball, I got ball, I got ball. So he knows to go there, and everyone knows. It's all about, transition defense is all about communicating. Okay, but you've got to be communicating to which body you're getting to. You're going to get cross-matched. It happens all the time in transition defense. But you can't, look at how people are getting to spots. Look, spots. No one's communicating. Like right here, I got ball, you take him, okay, and now you're good, right? But we're getting back to spots. Why is this player getting back to here? Just stay up here and guard the ball one-on-one. But again, you get back to spots, not bodies, okay? And it's just going to lead to an easy 2. A baseline out of bounds. So one, you're going to miss this cross screen right here. Boom, cross screen gets set right now. Why are we not jamming? This player's got to jam this player coming through this cross screen to knock him off his spot so this big has time to get on the other side. But you don't jam the big coming through the cross screen at all, so now you're letting him catch the ball too low. Second thing here is this dig's coming too early. Look at this. Why are you digging right now? He hasn't put the ball on the floor yet. That accomplishes absolutely nothing. A digging in the post is to get his dribble picked up so he cannot dribble it again. He hasn't put the ball on the deck yet. Like right now, boom. Now a dig can be effective. Okay, he takes 1-2 dribbles. Okay, and you can dig and try and recover back out, if you want. But really the main problem here is that because this cross screen happens right here, and you don't jam this player as he comes through so that this player can get on the other side in plenty of time, you're just letting this big for the other team. Look at how low he's catching the ball. He's catching the ball on a seal and very low. Graceland's big doesn't have any opportunity to kind of push him out and fight for real estate because we didn't jam the player coming through the cross screen. So that's really the main problem, and it's going to lead to an easy little hook shot. So this just can't happen off this horns look. Again, right here, there's really no screen being set, so you don't need to switch this, but it's too bang anyways. Like right now, the switch has got to be called out, right? Okay, right now the switch has to be called out. If that's the case, then you cannot. Now, I'm going to zoom in. I don't really see any communication going on here. So you can never just assume someone's switching. You have got to call out every single one of the switches, right? Because right here, this is a horns look into a flare screen. So this should be easy to cover, right? You're switching. So this player steps up and guards the ball, and this player takes the screener. Because look right now. Now we got a flare action coming. If this player isn't still trying to go to the ball because there's no communication, but he ended up just boom, bang, switch, right? Now this big can call out flare, and he can get up and over the top of this flare screen early. But because we have 2 players now guarding one, because there was no communication on a switch. Now look, now that's going to lead to a wide open 3. But what that also does is now guys are out of position to box out. Look, we're out of position everywhere to box out because of that botched switch. Okay. You're not in position to box out, so now it's just going to allow this player to just easily get right to the rim, and you give them a second chance, a second chance opportunity. So this big for Graceland's got to battle for real estate early. Like right now, look at this. You're right here. You should already be pushing him out, jamming him out, fighting for real estate early, because you want to make him catch the ball outside the block. See, look at this right here. That you're just standing there, right again. Why are you just standing here? You should be bumping, battling for ground early. Push him outside the block. Do not let him seal you, because when you don't battle for ground, when you're not battling for real estate, you allow the opponent to battle for real estate. Now look how low he catches this ball. He could have caught the ball easily another step outside of where he caught it if that player was just battling for ground early. But again, you let him catch the ball way too low, and it just leads to a two-shot foul. Yeah, so I can start to see some fatigue here. I mean, you can see guys kind of got their hands on their hips. But again, right here, so you want to force this player right here in the post to the dig, right? Like right here, look at we're ready to dig right here. This player right here is ready to dig, but you got to force him to that area of the floor, right? So that this player can dig and recover. If you let him spin this way, okay, there's nobody in position to dig. But again, if you keep him to the middle of the floor, now I got this player right here just to easily be able to dig and recover. But again, look, you don't force him into where the dig's coming from. You allow him to spin the other way where there's absolutely no help at all, and it's an easy two. All right, so this is not much of a screen, but you still get good opportunities here. First of all, I'd much rather this player pop right here, okay? And the guard hesitates. Look at that little hesitation. Don't hesitate, right? Just come hard off this ball screen and attack this way. If you can turn the corner, great, which he ends up being able to do. First thing I'd point out is that this player is just staying parallel here. Now this is just a pocket pass through, and it's an easy layup. But again, look what ends up happening. Okay, this guard turns the corner, right? The big leaves too early. The guard does not. He hesitated a little bit, but after that one little hesitation, he's now attacking downhill. They're giving him the lane. Take it. So look he attacks down. Look at all of these bodies. Look at that. 3 different players now guarding the ball. So now this is open. All these things open up. Good cut, layup. Beautiful work off the ball screen of being able to turn the corner and attacking hard. Another ball screen. Look at the opportunities you get. Okay, this player hedges. So what do we got to do? Backside helps. This player's got to lift. Okay, because if you're standing in the strong side corner on a ball screen, you got to lift, right? And it should be right here. And now all this player has to do is just seal off this backside defender, which is a major. Look at this. This is a huge mismatch. So it should just be, there should be a lift because I'm in the strong side corner. It should be right there, right into a deep post seal. Boom. Should be an easy 2. Okay? But I mean, again, you just don't take advantage. You let them rotate back over, and now it's just he's got regular post up, and you got to start your offense over. So it starts off as a great defensive possession right here. Look at this right here. Look at this defender. Look how he's opened up. Butt to the basket this way, right? And he's in the gap. So there's no place to go. Look at that. No place to go. All right? And then same thing here. All right? Opened up. Okay? In the gap. Nice job. But we got to close it up on the other side. See right here. Again, first of all, let's take a look. This defender is not really looking at the ball. He's got to kind of pinch in a little bit more. All right? Get to right around the elbow and just stunt. Okay? Just be there. Let the offensive player know you're there. And you don't have to move, right? The key is always not having to move inward first. If you're already in position, so if I'm already right here, okay, or a little bit, let's say right here, okay, now I can just kind of jab at it a little bit, okay, try and clog that up just a little bit, just jab, I don't have to move. Then on the air time of that pass, I'll easily be able to get out so I'm not giving up a catch and shoot 3. But see, when you're not in the gaps there at all, okay, now there's just no resistance whatsoever, and it's 2 points. Transition, this is off of a make. I mean, there's got to be communication. Look at the stop right here. Look at this. You know you're going to have problems. Like on film, you know something bad's going to happen when 2 people are guarding 1. If we back it up right here, okay? Like, where's the communication? Like, where's this player going? Just stay here, okay? This player can step up and take the ball, all right? Or if you're going to say, I'm going to take the ball, then you got to immediately go over here. But there has to be communication. Or this player then has to jolt over there. But communicate that much earlier. I mean, right now you got to say, I don't know what this player's doing. This player should say, I got this guy. I got this guy. Okay? I got this guy. I got this guy. I got this guy. I got this guy. I got the ball. I got the ball. Or I got the ball. You take this guy. But you have to communicate in transition. You just have to. If you don't communicate in transition, you're going to get killed. And look what happens here. We got two people guarding one, okay? Two people guarding one, which means we have nobody guarding in the corner here. And I mean, you know what's going to happen next. Wide open catch and shoot three. So again, these aren't much of screens, but they're enough. Look at this first pick. Like, again, this player's going towards the ball. Now, again, like, this is not much of a screen, but again, look, don't pop, roll. If you roll right here, look at this, we're hitting you right here for a short roll. And now that's going to force a backside defender to have to step up, and now this is wide open, right? Or if a backside defender steps up here, this is wide open. But roll, don't pop. Watch, second screen's going to get set. Roll, why are you waiting? Second screen gets set. Just go now. Go now. This player's going towards the ball, okay? So instead of being still at the three-point line, if he had rolled when he should, he'd be right here. And now we can just swing this past you right here, and now you can either go right in for a layup, or you bring this defender up and this is open, or then this defender steps up and now this is open. But roll, and roll hard. But again, we lose all those opportunities, so it's just back to one-on-one isolation ball. All right, so now this is a great job. Look at this. You set this ball screen, and what do? They switch, right? But this is a major mismatch right here, right? I mean, a major mismatch. So now, again, why is this player even dribbling? What are you even dribbling for? Like right here, it should just be catch. Okay, let's go hammer this mismatch down low. Okay, turn around and seal them off. I mean, this is an easy two once we dump it down there. That's what all this player should be doing. Why is he putting the ball on the floor? But again, the ball does eventually get to that mismatch, and you can see what happens. Look at that. It draws all sorts of bodies right there, okay? And now it's just pick who wants to be open, and it's right there, and it leads to an easy three. Again, in the 2-3, this just can't. You know when you see this on film, bad things are going to happen. Look at this. We got two people guarding the ball. That's a problem. Two people are guarding the ball. So that means 0 people is going to be guarding someone else. Okay? This player should not be guarding the ball. It should be here. Right? Then you got come up here, or if this player wants to go to the corner and this paint big wants to go there, but this player has to step up here so that this player can step down here. Okay? But again, whenever you see this on film, 2 people guarding 1, in a zone, you just know terrible things are going to happen. And now it just forces everybody to have to scramble, and eventually it's going to lead to a layup.